Hello, hello. Here we go. Let's hope this is working. I tried this earlier and it wasn't working because whatever was going on with Facebook was just making me mentally stressed out beyond belief. Yes, I'm doing a video.
Let's go.
Okay, can I help you later on, please?
Can I make you?
No, thank you. Oh. Put it away, please.
But it's a good sandwich.
Okay, thank you.
Meow.
Okay. I can promise you that was not a ham sandwich. They brought me a jelly bean a few minutes ago that almost made me throw up. So, I guess you can see me, which is good news, because Les said he is watching. Thank you, Les. Well, so, hope everyone's having a blessed day. Hope everyone's doing well. I thought, what's up, Zeb? I thought that I would kind of give you a little look at what is going to happen next week at iCast. If you don't know what iCast is, the American Sport Fishing Association puts together a convention where all of the manufacturers and lure companies, all of them come together here in Orlando, and they showcase their products. Tackle, lures, kayaks. Yes, they were something Harry Potter jelly beans, something. I don't even know what kind of jelly beans they were. But they all come together and they put together, they bring all their stuff out. And it's a great time for us. I mean, it's a great time to reconnect with people that we know and to, have a good time. However, Eric Howard, I hope you're doing well. However, it also is a time where a lot of new lures come out. A lot of great new lures come out. And luckily for everybody who watches this or sees this on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe, by the way. I'm going to show you the new line of lures, or as many as I can, of the new abandofanglers. What's up, Hank? And I think you'll be pretty impressed by almost all of them. There are a couple that I think are game changers. One in particular, well, really two in particular. But I don't know why that just brightened up. But you know what? That's how it works. So, if you remember, last year, well, let me start off by, I have all these boxes filled with crap. And when I mean filled, I mean filled with crap. So 2 years ago, or last year, a band of anglers came out with a couple things. These are the original band of anglers stuff, and I have some of these if anybody wants them. Of the flying pencil and the popper. Now, what made these so amazing is that these ridges on the bottom helped the casting distance. So when you cast, if you were up north or you were striper fishing or you needed that extra distance, these lures helped make that. Now these lures you could jig up and down. You could vertically jig these. You can pop them. You can even, if you know how to use them properly, you can actually just, they walk the dog, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Or you can swim them in. But these are giant mammoth lures. I mean, this one is the SLD of the popper. This is at least 5-6 ounces. This is a massive lure. Well, people wanted them. People asked for them. I think I asked for them in particular. And guess what? We got them a lot smaller. Still, same thing. They don't have two treble hooks because they work better without the two treble hooks. a little bit smaller. This one is an SLD. This is a super long distance one. But they have the super long distance one. They have the floating one. Here's the popper. Ow. Shit. I'm already hooked. Sorry. So there is the pencil. Here's the popper. And they still have the great... Damn it. These hooks are going to kill me. These are going to be great during the fall model run. And they still have the great colors. And see, they have these wings, is what Patrick likes to call them. So when you cast this especially, this lure 2 days ago was just ridiculous how far this lure could cast. There was one time I casted this, and I actually saw the extra spool of line, of regular line I had on it. It went out so far. So, guess what? Now you have them in this size, and now you have them in that size. So there's the original, and that's what you're getting now. I think these are like 4 inches. So that starts it off. But then once, if you remember last year, he came out with the HyperLastic. Now, if you don't know, these are, you can't bust this. Look at that. Jesus. The HyperLastic, new baits. Let me get this in correctly. Now that I pulled it out. Shoot, figures. Anyway, he came out with these. Sorry, Jason, I don't know what happens. I'll have to send another one to you. These are the new HyperLastics. This is the Dart Spin Pro. Well, people want, this is 3 or 4 inch, I think, well, this is a 5-inch bait. This is a 5.5-inch bait. So people wanted these. These are great for bass and snook. Actually, you'll see in some videos that I did with Patrick, Patrick caught a 200-pound tarpon on this exact lure. So people asked for it. People wanted a bigger one. Well, he's going to do everything he can to help you. But guess what? Look at this, baby. 7 inches. That's what she said. 7-inch one. Still comes in that great HyperLastic plastic that's just completely durable, that you can catch 20, 30, 40 fish at one, without losing it. Comes just like that. But that isn't the best thing about it. So you have the 7.5-inch one. You have the 5.5-inch one. Let me get to my thing. Guess what else? Look at this. Oh, you can't see that one yet. Look at that. 3.5-inch one. The king is in the house. The king. So now he's got a that one is 4.5-inch one. But that ain't even it. Looky. Where is it? Look at how sexy that one is. That's a 3.5-inch one. So he has a 3.5, 4.5, the 5-inch one, and a 7-inch dart spin. All in that HyperLastic plastic that is stretchable. The king, Les wants to be the king of Conway. We have the king of Lake Eustis in the house, Bob. So you're getting, now you have 4 options for the dart spin. They'll come in the ones that are already pre-rigged like this, and then you can buy them as regular dart spins of that size. So not bad. Not too bad. Doing pretty good work. Can't have those touch. Let me fix this one real fast while I'm thinking about it, because I don't want it to go away. So you can see, that's what's great about them. You can just do this, put it through there, put it in the back, and it's back to normal, weedless. How is that? How do you like them apples? Not bad. Yes, they'd be great for smallies up in Michigan, that 3-inch one. To be honest, that 3-inch one, I'll show you the exact lure. The problem with them is they cannot be with other lures. This one right here, this exact one, and I'm not joking. Yeah, he has this little hook on it. This exact one on the first cast caught a 28-inch snook. First cast. On video too. So, you're now going to have 4 options. 4 options. Bob, I've got you hooked up. 4 options for that. Now, not too bad. I mean, the new this, new that. But what Patrick also is delivering is this bling. Looky what we have here. The Twitch Shad. Little rattle to it. I don't know if you can, hold on. That looks terrible. The Twitch Shad. In many fantastic colors. Now these are all hard baits. These are all hard baits. What's even cooler is the Twitch Shad. Where the hell is it? Oh, here you go. Look at this one. Also, this one is in plastic. Plastic bait. They're for saltwater, they're for freshwater. Those ones are for anything. Everything that he's built is freshwater and saltwater. Now here's the cool thing. I don't know if you can see right here. There's a little hole. Let me see. Right there's a little hole. Well, why would you put a hole in a bait? Makes no sense. You want to know why? This is plastic. So when the fish bites down, it still has thing. There's a wire, 300-pound wire leader that goes through there. I don't know if you can see it. But anyway, why would you put a hole through there? So you can put a rattle in it. This one here is something special. This one here is something special. You're going to see a lot of these catching a lot of big fish. Snook, tarpon, redfish, they inhale this thing. This is something special. No rattle in it now, but you can get it. So there's another crazy thing that Patrick came out. He came out with this new eel. Look at this thing. This is a hard top. Now here's the other good thing. I don't know if you can see down here. There's some holes down here. Let me see if I can get it there. Maybe if I don't turn, let me turn this way for a second. Ah, there you go. See those holes down there? You could barely see them. Patrick has come out with a patented thing where each one of these, it's going to take me some time to do it. See how these have that? So what happens is, let me just get rid of this. You can take this and squeeze it and move it on slowly but surely so that they fit inside those holes to hold the bait on better. How cool is that? And the action on this thing is crazy. Now here's the other thing. I want to show. This is something I don't think anyone. I'll move the light back so you can see me. Stupid ass light. It's all Les's fault. I want you to look at this hook. So let me see if I can find a regular lure here. Okay, so here's an. No, that doesn't work. I probably don't have a hook. Hold on. This thing's all over. That's the problem with this house. So a normal hook looks like this. Patrick's hook is deeper here. Now, why would it be deeper? Patrick was 8 years old when he came up with this, or 14 or 15 years old when he came up with this hook. What happens is Patrick has realized that when you have a smaller gap here, it doesn't come out further, this pushes against the fish's mouth. Well, when it has that more gap, this gap doesn't push against the fish's face, and that makes the hook stay in the face better and doesn't come off as easy. So all of his new baits, most of the new baits, have this new set of a new hook that nobody has seen. And look at that. So you got the eel. You got the new patented thing on the bottom, so they stay correct. Let me put this, by the way. Voodoo shad. Pretty freaking good. But we're not talking about that right now. So we have the eel. Cool eel. You can see I wore it out over here. Wore it out yesterday. So you got the eel. Then you have these new swim baits. I am going to tell you right now, I don't know if you'll find these on the market. This is going to be a tough one. This one and this one is really tough. When this bait swims in the water, if you stop it, it stays and floats on its side like a dying fish, and then the tail flutters. And then when you start swimming, it goes back to normal. And then when you stop it, it raises up into the water column and then flutters and stays on its side. There's so many in this new line of lures that Patrick's got coming out this year. There's so many creative, unique things I don't think anyone has seen ever. What I'm going to show you later on is going to flat out make you, there's two things I'm saving till the end, is flat out going to make you sick. So, two great new baits. I wish I knew all the names of everything. I have a thing here. Let me see if I can figure this one out. No, I can't. So you have those. You now have the new flying wide back. Now I asked Patrick about this. Why are you using a metal aluminum front end? Why not use a piece of plastic like every other lure manufacturer does? His exact comments were when this hits the bottom of rocks, it won't break. People either make the front lip too thick, which changes the action of the bait, or they make it too thin to save money, and then when it hits rocks or other things, it chips. And if it chips, it swims wrong. Well, Patrick has decided, look, if this thing weighs a gram, I'm going to make this, everything else, somewhere on here less weight, so I can make sure that I don't have to worry about this. This swims wonderful. And the other great thing about a lot of these baits is they're not just, you can swim them 2 or 3 different ways. When we get to the shrimp, I'm going to show you an amazing way that he's got the shrimp going on. Yeah, good luck with that, with getting demos. These really, I mean, I'm trying to let you guys see these before anyone else. That's the whole thing. I hope you appreciate. I mean, my throat already hurts. You can see the sun lines. I'm on 7 consecutive massive days of fishing. I just got back from fishing. I changed shirts and did this. So let's keep moving on. Next, Spooltek. You remember Spooltek? Well, let me show you the bucktail jig. Look at this thing. Now see these wings on it? They're going to come in 2 different things. I keep knocking this stupid microphone. They're going to come 2 different ways. Some are going to look like, see that angles down? And then some are going to be flat. Well, what happens is when they're like this, when they're in the one that has them angled down, this will keep it in the water column in a different area for the water column. Hey, I'm going to get rid of this iCast special thing over here real fast so I don't have to worry about it taking up more room. But now I don't know how to do it. Oh, there it is. So there. Oh, that's better. So now I'll have more room. So he's got some new bucktails coming out. This one is called the swimming bucktail, and there's also the bouncing bucktail. Again, the ridge is on there on the bottom, so you can cast it a country mile. This is one is 2 ounces, a big one. Also, you want to know what the killer thing about this is? Looky there. It has a trailer keeper with it. A trailer keeper, a good one, like the ones that you get on the great chatterbaits. Great. Great. We didn't get to throw this, unfortunately. Next, you saw the Spooltek lures. Well, Patrick's went out and redesigned the Spooltek lures. What makes the Spooltek lures so cool? Now let me just mention, you're seeing, I don't even know how to put it. These aren't the finished qualities. The fronts are the finished qualities, the backs aren't. These are ones that we were given to test, but now I can show them. But look, new, completely different heads on the Spooltek lures. This one actually has the double tail, but look at that thing. Longer, also unbreakable. The Spooltek now has that. So you have that one. Now you have one that has the curly tail. This one swims like a dream. If you don't know, this is what happens here is the fish hooks. This comes out and it has this wire leader. Did you see the water just shoot out of there? It has wire leader. And then what you do is you can slowly but surely bring it back in. I'm not going to do all that. I need to put that over there, by the way. So then you bring it back in and put it there. And last but not least, a finished product. Yeah, they're prototypes. Here is original. Look at that. But look at all of the colors in the head and how they change colors. Look at all of it. How awesome is that thing? That is a snook catching son of a bitch. And I'm not joking. This lure catches giant snook. That lure is scary. I'm going to put this one back in. It is unbelievable. There. Dangsty, good thing you're on the radio. Blah, ha, ha. Yeah, I know. I'm allowed to swear on here. I don't give a shit either. Happy 4th, everyone, by the way. So, of course, here you go. Here's what it ends up looking like when it's all said and done. You get it all locked back in. I don't have it locked in. But there you go. So, you got to see those. So, I think I can put that one box away. There's still more. There is more swim baits with fantastic action. So you can swim this all sorts of ways. So you have that one. You have this one. The curly tail on here is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yes, happy birthday to Captain Mike. We got a bunch of stuff today, so I'm sure Mike was very happy. So you have another eel with a different thing. No ODPP. No open door pooping policy. You have this one. I'm really hesitant on showing the next one. That's the God's honest truth. This is the same one as the next one, but with a weighted. This bait, well, I'll get into it. Here it is. I'm not happy about showing you this one, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, anyone. But in terms of if you're a frog fisherman, topwater fisherman, you have lily pads, you have a lot of cover, you have all that stuff. If you have any of that, this lure is changing the way you're going to fish. This lure is the most creative lure I've seen in 10 years since I saw the Magic Swimmer. When I saw the first Magic Swimmer by Patrick Sebile, I was miffed. I was like, oh my gosh, how could anything look more like a swimming bait? The Magic Swimmer changed the way I fished. I believe this next bait, which I don't know the name of it, is going to change the way I fish. I really honestly do. And it is right here. Now, it looks, what makes this so special? It's a floating bait. When you cast it, it sits like this in the water. Because of the shape of the tail, the tail constantly goes flip-flop, flip-flop, and turns back and forth, creating a turbulent motion. Wow, what's so great about that? Well, because the hook is so deep inside of the lure. See that hook? This is, by the way, this is a 7/0 hook. Because it's so in there, it's virtually, you cannot snag it. You cannot get it snagged. If the hook is exposed, yes. But because what happens, it actually sits, it floats with the head up slightly in the water, and then you have this amazing tail that you can look at. That tail is, it doesn't stop moving. It doesn't stop moving. Constantly flop, flop, flop. This right here is a game-changing lure for people who love topwater fishing and love getting into frogs and that kind of stuff. It isn't a frog. It looks like a dying sunfish on top of the water that's just trying to flap its tail and do anything to stay alive. And they've always, if you ever notice sunfish, they always stay not like this on the water. This head pops up just a little bit, and that tail just goes flop, 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 flop. I would, because I have video of it on top of the water. I would show it to you right now, but I don't know what else is in the background of us talking. Or I'd just do it. I'd probably get in trouble for it, but I would do it. I'll listen to it, and it's part of one of the videos that's going to come out very soon. This is ridiculous. And the other crazy thing about this is you can add this little weight to it, and then you can make it sink a couple inches deep. So you're going to get a little weight like this, put it on the front of this on this clip, and then it just sinks just a little bit more. This is sickening. This is a prototype. This is sickening. I've had 2 people mention who've seen this who said, both of us have said, most innovative thing we've seen in years. It's that killer. I'm going to use this. I have a frog pond. I'm going to use this. I'm going to absolutely smash them. They have no idea what I'm going to do to them. And I'm always getting my frogs caught up in the weeds. And in this case, I don't have to worry about it. Done and done. Okay. So you saw there's another smaller dart spin. You saw that new swim bait. Look at that thing. How sexy is that? You saw that. Next. Oh, you'll see these. You guys that love vertical fishing, this is something, hard bait. What happens is when you reel this in, these actually do loops like they're dying bait, and they go vertical and they spin up and down by just like a 2-inch rod of your rod tip just going up and down. They go woof, 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 down. These ones. I don't know where this. I had a second set of these. I don't know where they went. Uh-oh. That could be a problem. Where the hell did it go? Anyway, vertical, up and down jigs. Then, this one I'm sure that Les is going to love. Where the hell is that one? Oh, here it is. Look at that. Same up and down. You vertical jig it. Up, up, up. Up, spins down. Morning, Jimmy. Those are called up and down verticals. This is called the Roto Grub, and this one's called the Roto Shad. No, I can't put those there. Next, this one right here, I'm sure Les is going to love. This one is the one that I believe these are lures that I think people that like ditch fishing, or you have baits that are smaller baits and stuff like that that you just need crazy action. Look at that. It's 3 inches. Look at that. tail on it just goes back and forth. It has a slight head wiggle, which makes the tail go crazier even more. This is first cast. This is what we got so many snook on this in a white one yesterday. You can't even. I couldn't even count. Okay. Last but not least, there's some other ones in here. I showed you the Twitch pad, the Super Stretch, the Fatty, the Pencil, the Bucktail, the Roto Jig. Not on the list, but something that is absolutely ridiculous is this. Patrick has made a floating and a sinking shrimp. Now, yeah, perfect for ditch tarpon. You're perfect. You're dead right. This, I'm going to switch this one out. This one I got to show you. So let me first show you. See how the legs go forward and then back? Well, what happens is when this bait is standing still, it makes them flutter. See those slight movements? Look at how that bait acts just by brief touching of it. But that happens all the way down it. So the bait if you've ever watched a shrimp, they're constantly when they land, those little legs are kicking just slightly. Patrick's figured out how to do that on a bait, on a lure. When these are in the water, any little twinge or as it's dropping down, by the way, it always drops and lands like that. Lands perfect. It lands like that. Every time you do this, it is. So he has a one that you can use. It's a sinking one. But this here, boys and girls, oh gosh, you're not going to like what happens with this bait. I'm telling you. So when you cast this, it's a floating one. Because it floats, and you do this, you know how a shrimp flees, it goes like this and pops. Pop. Well, as you jig this and just do quick taps of your rod tip, it does that like a fleeing shrimp. So it looks like this as it flees with just the smallest little rod tip. So it looks like a fleeing shrimp, and we all know a fleeing shrimp is always on the top of the water column. I call this a floating wacky rigged shrimp. This here is another ridiculous. I mean, look how flimsy it is. Also, it's in that HyperLastic again that doesn't. Oh, I broke it. Shit. I don't know. Fruitcake. I got more. Little weight on it. But look at that thing. I mean, that is just awesome. But there it is. The floater. You're going to love this bait if you're a shrimp fisherman, you're a red fisherman, you're a tarpon fisherman, anybody. And what's great about all this stuff that Patrick's made is that it isn't just for saltwater fishing. It's made for all of it. This bait has already caught, this shrimp has already caught bass. Why? There's shrimp that bass eat. I found out yesterday the amazing thing when I was with Patrick. I was asking him why do bass like worms so much? Well, when bass are babies, their main thing that they eat is leeches and worms. And as they get bigger, they continuously remember that that's something that they eat. But they also eat grass shrimp. There's always little shrimp in all of freshwater, a lot of freshwater areas. They might be tiny, but they're still grass shrimp. So even this bait has caught bass already. Now, you want to know why it's caught bass? Is because of the action of the bait. I mean, these little, whatever, flipper thingies, whatever you want to call them, they go crazy in the water. This is awesome. I mean, I wish I wouldn't have broke that one tail, but that's life. But this is awesome. So, look at that one. I mean, that's good enough. That's just sexy right there. I mean, this thing's, it's nothing. Floater. I took a ton of these, by the way. I took a ton of these. I got more than these than you can imagine. I only got one of these, two of these. So, from new swim baits, saltwater swim bait, this is like 4 or 5 ounces, to other swim baits with curly tails, to this one, to smaller poppers and pencils, to bucktails, to the twitch shad, to the other shad, the soft one, to giant baits, to the up and down vertical jigs. I don't know if I'll ever be able to use those, but I'll try it. To new sizes of the dart spin, which need to go there. You know, to these new swim baits. He's got something for everybody. The catalog is going to explode this year. 28 new products coming out of iCast next week. You'll see a bunch of videos that I'm going to do that'll have him explaining what each one does. Because we spent 2 days together this week. Spent one night till like 1:30 in the morning going over baits. The Spoolteks. I mean, he got rid of the scales so he could have a more dynamic. This isn't a prototype. This is an original. There was only one of these. I took it. I don't care. I'll give it away. But look at the shine on that and everything. I mean, it's amazing. Look at all the different colors that it works out. Purples, yellows, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I'm going to put them in the swimming pool later on. I mean, these things cast a country mile. I mean, I've never cast a lure further in my life. And I've been waiting for this. I've been dying for this one. I mean, this is just too big. These are too big for me to throw. So, if you want more information after iCast, I'm sure we'll have some to give away. I'm sure of it. Once the order comes in, I'm sure we'll have it. So I'll have some to give to you. So thanks for watching. But go check out abandofanglers.com. They've got lots of stuff. I think I can show this to you. There it is, all the stuff, all the new stuff. Abandoned Anglers, authentic, passionate, and real. They'll be at iCast. I know you guys can't get into iCast, but we'll have lots of stuff going on. I'm sure Les is going to do some live, some videos and post them on there. I'm not going to do anything like that, unfortunately, unless you guys need me and want me to. Yeah, Paul, we'll see you at iCast for sure. If you want me to do some, I'll do it. Or if there's somebody you want me to interview or you need us to interview, we'll go do it. There's a different goal for what I have. I'm going to try to get lots of not product stuff, but I'm going to try to get lots of content for the YouTube channel and to show you guys new stuff. I've got, no lie, I've got days and days of stuff and already meetings set up over the time. So I'm going to do my best and get as much as I can to show you guys all the stuff that you want. And you know, it's going to be cool. I'm hoping it all works out. I think might be a little bit I think I might be trying to do too much. But I've got it kind of scheduled off so I'm with people for about 15 or 20 minutes. And hopefully I can get whatever I can get. Take pictures, do the 360 video, and you know, you guys will be able to see it. I mean, that's what I'm going to go for. I think everyone, it looked like on the poll we did on the Facebook page, people wanted to see more new products than anything. So the interviews, I'll go see Kevin Van Dam, of course. He's going to spend some time. I got to spend some time with Jason Christie because he has a new spinner bait that I'm excited to see. So we'll talk to him. Live Target's got some stuff. I'm not in a booth. I'll be running around, Paul. So I'll be, you know, just doing stuff. You want to be honest, the first day I'll probably be a lot at a band of anglers, to be honest. They have asked me to come talk to people since I know the product pretty well. And I might stop by there and hang out with them for a little bit and give out some lures and some stuff like that. So that's it. I hope you guys like this. I mean, it's a lot. It's 28 products coming out for a band of anglers. You know, from Spooltek to HyperLastics to Engage to Oceanborn to Up and Down Vertical. There's lots. There's 28. The catalog for the Patrick Sebile Abandon Anglers is going to explode this year. And really, there's 28 this year, and there's a hefty portion coming in 2020. I know of 12 right off the bat. So some different sizes, some stuff. Patrick's coming out with a great group of lures that will do everything. Every type of fishing. Every type of fishing. From saltwater, freshwater, everything. This thing right here, this is a dream come true for freshwater fishermen. This is. You're going to be amazed. Not joking. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. If you guys want one of those dart spins, you want a pencil, dart spin flying popper, or a pencil, I have these. Now, mind you, these are giant lures, and they're very heavy. So, if you want one, and you think you're going to fish with it, I will send you one. I also have some extras of the original dart spins and the Dart Spin Pro. This is the Dart Spin Pro. The regular Dart Spin doesn't have the hook. So if you want some of those, here's what you do. Email us, info@fishingfloridaradio.com. Just say you watch this and you watch the Band of Anglers stuff, and I'll send some to you. Or you can go to our Facebook page right here, facebook.com/fishingflorida, and just send us a private message. But guys, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, comment, and share it. Tell people about what we're doing. We really do need the help, as much as it's something. You know, we're growing and trying some new things. I didn't do a video yesterday, and I apologize. I have videos that are in there ready to go, but to be honest, I kind of been a little bit burnt out lately, and so I've been doing a lot more fun fishing. But even like tonight, I went to a new pond, and I should have brought this, and I didn't. But I didn't want to lose it, and I wanted to show you guys first. But after today, tough titty said to kitty. I'm using it starting tomorrow morning. I'm going back to the place I was last night. Hopefully I can go fishing with Bob and do another video with him. And there's some other stuff. I got the guys from Rattle Trap that are going to be at the house this weekend. I'll be talking to them. Maybe I'll do a live video with the Rattle Trap guys. They got some new products coming out. I'll have a bunch of those to give away too. So, guys, thanks for watching. Remember, take a kid fishing. Get your fish on. Happy birthday, Mike Ortego. He is the sexy and the funny of the fishing show. So, get your fish on, guys. See you next time.